everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Patty.
And my name is Barry.
And today we're going to be talking about something that we all struggle with. We all go through this, and we're going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to overcome those problems. So whether you go to school or whether you work, we all struggle with staying positive sometimes. It's the moments when you feel like you can't even get up in the morning. So we're gonna talk about some signs on whether or not you are struggling with this, or maybe you just don't like your job. So sign number one, what is it, babe?
Sign number one is the lack of motivation. Waking up in the morning can be a pain in the ass. Trust me. We've gone through that, I believe.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel like you don't even want to move your body out of the bed. And I'm really sure that one thing alone can affect how you do things in the morning and also throughout your day.
Sign number two, how are your outcomes? If you are full of negativity, your outcomes are gonna suck ass. If you do your work with a positive attitude, it all shows in the outcome of your work. They're gonna be good, that you're gonna have straight A's, everyone's gonna praise you. That's because you're doing everything that you do with all of your heart. So keep an eye out on those half-ass outcomes. If you've been scolded at work constantly, almost every day, or if your teachers are pulling you after class just to tell you that your grades are going down, then it's definitely because you have a negative attitude. And it's not because you're dumb. Sign number three, your friends are pissed at you. Your boss is pissed at you because you don't even bother to work within your team. So your negativity doesn't even affect yourself. It affects everyone around you. Be aware of that. It affects your friends, it affects your family, it affects your boss, it affects your coworkers. I've been through this just recently, and it sucks being on the other end. Your negativity will always affect the way you work within your team. So get rid of that. And this is how you can get rid of that.
Tip number one is to grow your sense of belonging. Think about this. When you have a new shoe, sometimes you felt like you're not gonna wear it everywhere because you're afraid it's gonna get dirty. Why is that? It is because you have the sense of belonging. And it is really important to have the sense of belonging in a working place as well. I grow my sense of belonging because I see my situation in the workplace as someone who is really lucky to have this position. And I feel like I like the working place, I like my coworkers, therefore I grow my sense of belonging. When you have the sense of belonging, you don't even have to drag yourself out of it because you just love being there. It's like loving someone.
Tip number two, it's finding your purpose. For me, this is the biggest struggle because I can't do anything without knowing what the purpose is. So I'm not just gonna go and study and get good grades if my purpose is not to graduate and make my parents proud. It's the same way with work. If you just go in there and your target is, okay, I just have to get through the day, that's not your purpose. Your purpose is so much more than that. How I personally find my purpose is I like to stop and think about why I'm doing this in the first place. Why am I working? Why am I going to school? One of the obvious things is obviously I need money and I needed income to sort of survive with my life, and that's sort of one of the reasons why I keep going to work. But other than that, I love the experience that I get. I love learning new things every day. I love working with my boss and my workmates, and it's almost the same way with school. Like, I love learning new things. I love my classmates. I love having lunch with my friends. And so you just gotta keep that in mind. That's the reason why you keep going back. It's not because, you know, you wanna get good grades or you need the money, but it's more of like, what's in it for me during that moment you're there? Find your purpose.
Tip number three is to set your priority. I believe there are two types of priority. The first one is the high impact priority, and the second one is the low impact priority. Of course, you know it from the name. As a person, I believe that you should always prioritize the high impact one. It is a kind of priority that will be the overarching topic of your daily activity. For example, when you have to cook something, what is your high impact priority? Your high impact priority is to buy the ingredients for sure. The low impact priority is to figure out how are you gonna dress the food. And in a workplace, setting up your priority is a really great activity. Actually, I learned a lot from Patty, how she always plan things out and list out the priority, so that we know, like, if we cannot reach the low impact priority, we at least can finish the high impact priority. So you actually will not get overwhelmed from, oh my god, I get this long list of priority, which one am I supposed to do? Setting up your priority will give you a scope, and it will make your life easier.
The last tip is the easiest tip. It's to go and do what you love to do. So when you go into work, maybe it's not the best thing that you have to wake up early in the morning, that you have to put your makeup on, that you even have to shower. I mean, we're young, we don't want to do that. But going in there with the positive attitude, with the purpose that you have, your priorities already set, and the sense of belonging that you already have, you can go in there and just be like, okay, I'm here, I'm just gonna make it work for me. So what I personally like to do is I love to make 1,000,000 cups of coffee in the morning. So I would go in there and I'm excited, I already got my cup, I already got my spoon, and I'll just stir it like crazy and I'm drinking that, and then I'll just make another one throughout the whole day. I'll keep drinking it because I love coffee, and it's not the caffeine, it's just the taste of it, and it makes me so excited to keep working with a cup in my hand. That's one of the things that I love to do. Or maybe you like to listen to music rather than just hearing the printer going off and people typing and just meeting going on in the background. You can put on your headphones and listen to music that can hype you up. There's lots of playlists on Spotify, for example. I make my own playlists, and it's always, bear with me, it's always Christian music, because that really keeps my mood and my positivity up, all the way up there. And I love to bop my head, and I love to dance in my seat. Just do things that you really love doing. Just the smallest things. And you're sure to keep positive throughout the whole entire day. And those are the tips and tricks on how we stay positive in our workday, because I know it can get really tiring, guys. I know how you just want to stay in bed all day, how your weekends you just want to just forget about the world. But no, you're missing out on life, man. You're missing out on life. Just stay positive. It's hard, but you have to work at it. It doesn't come naturally, trust me. What helps for me are these tips and tricks. What helps for him are these tips and tricks. But most of all, we have each other. So make sure that you stay connected with your friends. Make sure that you stay close with your parents, because you need that moral support behind you as you go through all of these lows and even all of those highs. So that's our video of the week. Yay, we finished it.
We finished it.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're gonna have more content coming up really soon for you guys. Stay tuned, because every Saturday we'll be coming out with a new video. Don't forget to subscribe,
Tater thoughts.
comment below, like our video, share it with your friends, because this is just one of many that we'll be discussing.
Exactly.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.